The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of January 27 to 31 will have Maria gasping for air. It's due to all the drama coming her way. Next, Victor and Nikki fight and then come together to take Jordan down. Meanwhile, Nate remains confused about Damien's identity. Maybe Audra can help him out. Finally, Billy and Sally will enjoy some romantic moments while Kyle worries about Claire. Read further. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Maria freezes out of shock. Victor and Nikki bicker over Jordan. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Maria Copeland is about to face a shocker. Speculations are running wild that area porter Copeland may join the list of Ian Ward's hostages. If not, Maria will go all white seeing Sharon Newman if only the latter succeeds in fleeing the sewer. Whatever the case, Maria is in for one heck of a week. In the meantime, Victor and Nikki Newman are at each other's throats again. The industry titan is upset with how his wife handled the whole Jordan situation. After all, secrets and Victor Newman do not mix well. However, Nikki has her reasons for keeping things from Victor, as he's no saint when it comes to keeping secrets. Remember how he kept Jordan stashed in his cellar without telling a soul. Now, the couple must find a way to stop Jordan, who grows dangerous each day. Their strategy could save Claire from some guilt of killing her own aunt. Ian to meet his maker. Damien's mystery deepens. Moreover, Jordan's fate remains a topic of suspense, but Ian is going down for sure. The old troublemaker is about to be a part of a blood-stained conclusion. His chapter might end once and for all at the ranch with Victor pulling the trigger. Will Ian's story end as he drowns in his own blood? Elsewhere, Nate Hastings is still scratching his head over the mystery behind his half-brother Damien. The man smells a rat, especially when it's not clear if it's actually Damien or his imposter. In addition, Damien's connection to Audra Charles could expose an even deeper secret. Next, Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra might take a dreamy trip to Paris. While love blooms for them, others are caught up in a hot mess. Claire's heroism in saving everyone from Jordan might leave Kyle Abbott more terrified than impressed. With all the upcoming twists, Gino City is on fire. Keep reading Soap Opera Daily to stay abreast with the Young and the Restless spoilers. Will Claire suffer Jordan's wrath, or will Victor handle the situation beforehand? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Victor Newman is not a man to be crossed. As the patriarch of the Newman family, his methods are often extreme, but he believes they are justified in the name of protecting his loved ones. After Jordan's betrayal and her role in the chaos surrounding Sharon and Heather, Victor decided she deserved more than a simple prison sentence. She needed to suffer. Gathering his most trusted allies, Victor issued a chilling directive. No one speaks a word about Jordan. We're taking care of this in our own way. Victor's plan was as simple as it was cruel. Return Jordan to the very bunker she had used for her schemes. This time, however, she would endure the isolation, deprivation, and relentless torment. Let her feel what it's like to be powerless, Victor declared coldly. 1 bottle of cheap whiskey a day, barely enough food to keep her alive. And when she begs for death, we'll consider giving her mercy. Dad, are you sure about this? She deserves to pay, but this is extreme. Victor turned to his son, unyielding. This woman put your mother and Heather through hell. She tried to destroy our family. You think she deserves kindness? No, she deserves justice, the Newman way. When Jordan was dragged back to the bunker, her composure finally cracked. She had always prided herself on her strength and ability to outmaneuver anyone who tried to control her. But as the heavy steel door closed behind her, panic washed over her. Memories of her previous time in this dark, suffocating place flooded back, the cold walls, endless silence, and suffocating isolation. Victor's voice echoed in her mind, a constant reminder of her predicament. Every day, you'll wish for death, but you'll get to live with the consequences of your actions. Meanwhile, Ian Ward had been keeping a low profile, observing from the shadows. At a public gathering, news of Jordan's capture reached him. He watched as the crowd reacted, some in shock, others with satisfaction. How did they catch her? Ian muttered under his breath. But what shocked him more was that Jordan hadn't named him. She could have exposed his involvement, dragged him down with her, but she hadn't. She's waiting for me, Ian realized. She expects me to save her. This revelation filled Ian with conflicting emotions. On one hand, Jordan's loyalty, even in the face of her downfall, was impressive. On the other, her capture threatened his carefully constructed plans. If she broke under Victor's torment, everything could come crashing down. Sally and Billy, love on pause. Away from the Newman chaos, Sally Spectra and Billy Abbott were navigating their own emotional turmoil. Billy had proposed to Sally, but her hesitant response had left him questioning everything. "Billy," Sally said one evening, the glow of the fireplace casting soft shadows across the room, "I need time. I care about you, but I don't think we're ready for this." Billy frowned, his heart sinking. "Why not, Sally? We've been through so much together. I thought we were on the same page." Sally reached out, taking his hand. "We've been rushing, Billy. Everything between us has moved so fast, and now, with everything going on, I just feel like we need to slow down. I don't want to make a mistake we'll both regret." Billy nodded slowly, trying to hide his disappointment. "I get it," he said finally. "You need time. I can give you that." Sally smiled faintly, grateful for his understanding. "It's not about not wanting to be with you," she said. "It's about making sure we're really ready when we take that step." But as Billy leaned back, his mind raced. Was Sally's hesitation about more than just timing? Was there something she wasn't telling him? Or was she simply afraid of the future? Kyle's growing suspicions of CLA. At the same time, Kyle Abbott was grappling with his own concerns. CLA's betrayal of Jordan had left him unsettled. While he wasn't particularly sympathetic to Jordan, he couldn't ignore the cold, calculating way CLA had orchestrated her downfall. "CLA," Kyle said one evening as they talked in their apartment, "I don't understand why you turned on Jordan so suddenly. You were so close to her, and then you just betrayed her." CLA's expression remained calm, but there was a flicker of something unreadable in her eyes. "Jordan was a means to an end," she said simply. "She was useful until she wasn't." Kyle stared at her, unease growing. "That's cold," he said. "You're not like that, CLA. At least, I didn't think you were." CLA's gaze hardened. "You don't know everything about me, Kyle," she said quietly. "And maybe that's for the best." Kyle didn't respond, but his mind raced. Who was CLA really, and what was she hiding? The more he thought about it, the more he realized he needed to dig deeper, no matter what he uncovered. The storm ahead. As tensions mounted, the various threads of the story began to converge. Victor's torment of Jordan, Ian's plans to save himself, Sally and Billy's strained relationship, and Kyle's suspicions about CLA all pointed to a storm on the horizon. Secrets were unraveling, alliances were shifting, and the stakes had never been higher. But one thing was certain, in Genoa City, the truth always comes out eventually. Shocking drama unfolds on The Young and the Restless, betrayals, deceptions, and a final battle to bring down Ian Ward. The drama on The Young and the Restless is reaching a fever pitch as explosive twists, shocking betrayals, and high-stakes confrontations dominate the storyline this week. From Jordan's tragic downfall to Sharon's powerful return, this week's episodes promise to be some of the most intense yet. Here's a breakdown of all the jaw-dropping moments fans can expect in the latest episodes of The Young and the Restless. Jordan's ultimate betrayal, a trap set by Claire. Jordan, the brilliant strategist who always seemed to be several steps ahead, finds herself caught in a trap of her own making. Betrayed by the one person she trusted most, Claire, Jordan's world comes crashing down as she faces a choice: surrender and face a lifetime behind bars, or make her final move. But there's no escape from the grip of Claire, who has outwitted Jordan at every turn. The battle of wits between the two women reaches a tragic climax as Jordan realizes too late that her trust in Claire has been her biggest mistake. As she faces the consequences, Jordan's health begins to deteriorate, and with no allies left to protect her, the once powerful mastermind finds herself on the brink of collapse. The fate of Jordan's character is hanging in the balance, leaving fans wondering, will she survive, or has her overconfidence led to her tragic end? As Jordan's health spirals, Nick is relentlessly searching for his missing wife, Sharon. Despite his frustration and mounting desperation, Jordan refuses to reveal Sharon's location. But in a chilling exchange, Jordan mocks Nick, questioning his ability to do what it takes to uncover the truth. Meanwhile, Sharon, unbeknownst to Nick, has already been found, safe but scared from her ordeal. Sharon's reunion with Mariah is nothing short of miraculous, and while the mother-daughter duo is overjoyed to be together again, Sharon knows they must stay hidden for now. The Newman family remains focused on Jordan and her twisted game, unaware that Sharon and Mariah are quietly planning their next moves. But Sharon's survival comes at a cost, and the weight of her secrets threatens to disrupt everything. CLA's dark transformation, revenge or survival? Back in Genoa City, Kyle grows increasingly suspicious of Claire's erratic behavior. Once warm and compassionate, Claire has become cold and calculating, willing to go to any lengths to survive. Her betrayal of Jordan and talk of killing her leave Kyle shaken and confused. Confronting Claire, Kyle demands the truth, but Claire's cryptic responses only deepen the mystery. Is Claire really just seeking survival, or has revenge consumed her? As Kyle digs deeper into Claire's past, he uncovers shocking truths that threaten to tear apart everything he thought he knew about her. Is Claire still the woman he once cared for, or has her thirst for vengeance changed her beyond recognition? Sharon's return, secrets that will change everything. When Sharon finally returns to Genoa City, her presence sends shockwaves through the Newman family. Everyone is relieved to see her alive, but the joy is tempered by the heavy silence that follows her revelation. Ian Ward has been working alongside Jordan all along. The truth about Ian's sinister influence is exposed, and with Sharon's testimony, the Newman family prepares for battle. As the pieces of the puzzle fall into place, Sharon sets her sights on taking down Ian Ward once and for all. But Ian is not an easy target. He's always been the master manipulator, able to stay one step ahead of the law. Now, as Sharon prepares to testify against him, Ian will stop at nothing to protect himself. The final showdown, Ian's last move. With Sharon's return, Ian knows his reign of terror is coming to an end. Desperate to silence her, Ian confronts Sharon in her own home, his charm masking the menace behind his words. But Sharon is no longer afraid. With Chance by her side, Sharon stands firm, telling Ian that his time is up. The confrontation ends with Ian retreating, but his words suggest that this battle is far from over. As the Newman family rallies together to expose Ian's crimes, the final showdown is fast approaching. With Sharon's strength and determination to see justice served, the stakes have never been higher. Will Ian manage to escape once again, or is this the end of his manipulative reign? The countdown to justice begins. This week on The Young and the Restless, everything is coming to a head. Secrets are exposed, alliances are tested, and characters are forced to confront their darkest truths. The fight for justice is on, and as Sharon prepares to testify against Ian Ward, the final confrontation promises to be one for the ages. Will Sharon get the closure she so desperately needs, or will Ian find a way to outmaneuver her once again? Stay tuned for the shocking twists and high-octane drama that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats. With secrets unraveling and betrayals at every turn, The Young and the Restless is delivering the kind of suspense and intrigue that fans crave. Don't miss a moment of the action as the stakes reach their breaking point. In the dark, stifling basement, Sharon sat defeated, her arms hugging her knees as she fought against despair. Days, possibly weeks, had passed since her imprisonment, leaving her disoriented and weak. She had screamed, banged on the walls, and even clawed at the locked door, but no help came. Hunger gnawed at her and tears had long dried, leaving her parched and hopeless. Just when she began to accept her grim fate, the door creaked open. A man with a baseball cap entered, carrying a tray of food. As the dim light illuminated his face, Sharon's heart stopped. Standing before her was J.T. Hellstrom, a presumed dead specter from her past. J.T.'s presence sent her spiraling into disbelief and fear as he mocked her predicament, making it clear he had plans for her to pay for her mistakes. J.T. Hellstrom's sudden return was a shock, not just to Sharon, but to Genoa City at large. Once a terror to Victoria Newman and the Newman family, J.T. had been presumed dead, yet here he was, alive and harboring a deep vendetta. Sharon was left questioning her sanity, struggling to differentiate between delusion and reality. Meanwhile, Jordan, G's new ally, reveled in Sharon's torment. Jordan had met J.T. during her time in prison, forming an alliance rooted in mutual hatred for the Newmans. Their shared vendetta made J.T. the perfect weapon for Jordan's schemes, though his own motives remained chillingly personal. Jordan's manipulation of Sharon and J.T.'s haunting presence marked the beginning of a calculated plan to dismantle the Newmans from within. As Sharon pleaded for her life, J.T.'s cold demeanor revealed his unforgiving nature. He mocked her desperation, blaming her connection to the Newmans for her downfall. Simultaneously, Jordan tightened her grip on her schemes, knowing Sharon's mental fragility could serve her purposes. However, Jordan's alliance with J.T. was fragile. J.T.'s personal demons and thirst for vengeance made him unpredictable. Strange incidents in Genoa City, a string of sabotage deals and leaked secrets, stirred suspicions within the Newman family. The possibility of J.T.'s survival loomed large, and Sharon's claims about his reappearance, though dismissed by many, planted seeds of doubt. Victor Newman, haunted by his past with J.T., braced himself for the storm brewing on the horizon. The tension escalated as J.T. stepped out of the shadows, sending shockwaves through Genoa City. Victor Newman and his family realized the gravity of the threat, knowing J.T.'s hatred for them had only grown during his years in hiding. J.T., fueled by rage, was determined to make the Newmans pay for the destruction of his career and life. Meanwhile, Claire and Kyle, caught in the crossfire of Jordan and J.T.'s alliance, fought to protect their family and future. The Newman family scrambled to uncover the pair's endgame, but Jordan and J.T.'s cunning made them formidable foes. As alliances were tested and secrets unraveled, the battle for Genoa City intensified, leaving the Newmans and their allies to face an unpredictable and relentless enemy. The stakes had never been higher. It was a moment no one in Genoa City could have anticipated, a moment that changed lives forever. Against all odds, Sharon Newman emerged from the darkness, bruised and battered but alive. Her determination and unyielding courage shone brighter than ever. The nightmare she endured for the past 10 days had pushed her to the brink of despair, but it also ignited a fire within her, a fire that refused to be extinguished. A journey through the shadows. For Sharon, the past 10 days had been a battle unlike any she had faced before. Trapped in a hidden underground bunker, a twisted relic of Cameron Kirsten's malevolent mind, she summoned every ounce of her strength and resourcefulness. This wasn't the first time Sharon had encountered this dark place. Years ago, it had been where her daughter Faith was held captive. That harrowing memory guided her now as she navigated the labyrinth of corridors, desperately searching for an escape route. Dehydration, hunger, and the suffocating weight of isolation pressed down on her, but Sharon refused to give in. Her will to survive, to return to her family and reclaim her life, kept her going. Scouring every inch of the bunker for tools, she finally found her way out, a small rusted door that led to freedom and daylight. While Sharon fought for her life, her captor Jordan believed she held the upper hand. A master manipulator, Jordan had orchestrated this scheme with precision. But even the most calculated plans are not immune to error. Jordan's overconfidence proved her downfall. Obsessed with control, she underestimated Sharon's resilience. The moment Sharon escaped, Jordan's web of deceit began to unravel. Evidence against her mounted, and her allies abandoned her. Stripped of power and options, Jordan was left with no choice but to flee, a shadow of the formidable figure she once was. An emotional reunion. When Sharon finally emerged from the darkness, her appearance was both a shock and a miracle. Maria, her daughter, was the first to see her. Overwhelmed by the sight of her mother alive and breathing, Maria collapsed in tears, a mixture of relief, disbelief, and uncontainable joy. Nick, Sharon's steadfast partner, and Faith, her youngest daughter, rushed to her side. Their faces etched with grief and gratitude. Though the reunion was joyous, questions lingered. What had Sharon endured during those 10 days? How had she survived when the odds were so firmly against her? For now, answers had to wait. Sharon, weak and battered, needed urgent medical attention. A race against time. Nick cradled Sharon in his arms, carrying her to the car, while Maria and Faith followed closely behind. Every second felt like an eternity as they raced to Genoa City Memorial Hospital. United in their determination to see Sharon safe, they couldn't ignore the lingering worries. Would Sharon recover fully? What scars, physical or emotional, would she carry from this ordeal? At the hospital, doctors and nurses sprang into action. Sharon was placed on a stretcher and rushed to the emergency room. For Nick, Maria, and Faith, the wait was excruciating. They clung to each other, hearts heavy with fear, but buoyed by Sharon's unyielding spirit. The strength of a survivor. Hours later, Sharon's bravery and determination became even clearer. She had faced death and emerged victorious, a beacon of strength, proving that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can prevail. Yet her journey was far from over. Physical wounds would heal, but emotional scars would take time. The trauma of her captivity and the memories of those harrowing days lingered. Still, if there was one thing everyone knew about Sharon Newman, it was that she was a fighter. What lies ahead? As Sharon rested, surrounded by her family's love, one question loomed: what's next? The battle with Jordan was over, but the road to recovery was just beginning. Sharon would share her story in time, recounting her escape and the courage that carried her through. For now, healing was the priority. The future held uncertainties, but one thing was clear: Sharon Newman was back, and she was ready to reclaim her place in Genoa City. Genoa City is rocked by yet another heartbreaking twist in The Young and the Restless. Claire Grace, who dared to turn against the ruthless Jordan, now finds herself paying the ultimate price. In a moment of high-stakes betrayal, Claire's fate takes a dark turn that no one saw coming. But is this truly the end for her, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Claire's fatal mistake. Did she underestimate Jordan? For weeks, Claire has been walking a dangerous tightrope, trying to outmaneuver Jordan while keeping her own secrets hidden. But when she finally took a stand and turned against her manipulative tormentor, she unknowingly sealed her fate. Jordan does not forgive, and Claire's betrayal is met with swift and deadly consequences. But was this her only way out? A terrifying showdown, Claire's last moments revealed. In a nail-biting confrontation, Claire attempts to expose Jordan once and for all. But just as she thinks she has the upper hand, the tables turn in the most horrifying way. Whether by calculated revenge or sheer desperation, Jordan strikes back, leaving Claire in a life-threatening situation. Will she survive, or has Jordan gone too far this time? The fallout. Who will seek justice for Claire? News of Claire's devastating fate spreads through Genoa City, leaving her loved ones reeling. Sharon, Nick, and Adam are left in shock, vowing to bring Jordan to justice. But with Jordan always one step ahead, will they be able to stop her before she claims another victim? What happens next? As the dust settles, the question remains, has Claire truly met her end, or is there hope for a shocking return? In the world of the young and the restless, no one is ever truly gone. With revenge, redemption, and shocking twists ahead, fans won't want to miss a single moment of this gripping saga. Genoa City has seen its fair share of scandals, but nothing compares to the storm brewing right now. As secrets unravel, betrayals cut deep, and a shocking poisoning shakes the Newman family to its core, one question looms over everyone. Will Jordan survive the ultimate showdown, or is this the end of the road? A poisonous attack, who's behind it? Tensions have been building, but no one expected the ultimate act of vengeance, poison. Someone has gone to extreme lengths to eliminate their enemy, leaving Jordan fighting for her life. But who would dare to go this far? The suspects are endless, and the web of deception is tightening fast. Victoria, desperate to protect her family, is on high alert, while Victor refuses to let his empire crumble under the weight of scandal. But as more clues surface, one thing is clear: this was not an accident. Betrayal runs deep. A show-seeking alliance exposed. Just when we thought we knew where everyone stood, an explosive secret is revealed. Someone close to Jordan has been playing both sides, and their true allegiance will leave Genoa City stunned. Could this be the betrayal that finally destroys the Newmans? Nick is caught in the middle, torn between loyalty and truth. Meanwhile, Adam may be hiding more than he's letting on, but the biggest shock comes from a mysterious figure pulling the strings, someone we never saw coming. The final showdown. Who will survive? With the walls closing in, Jordan is out of options. Will she find a way to turn the tables, or has she finally met her match? As the Newman Empire teeters on the brink of destruction, one thing is certain: Genoa City will never be the same again. Don't miss a single episode. The drama is reaching its boiling point, and the next twist could change everything. Stay tuned for more shocking updates, because this is just the beginning. The Tack House is charged with tension as Claire and the Newmans finally have her chance to bring her sinister Aunt Jordan to justice. Jordan's laundry list of evil deeds on Young and the Restless makes her deserving of the ultimate punishment. But as much as we'd all love to see Claire give Jordan her comeuppance, it might not be the best move just yet. Why? Because Jordan holds a vital piece of information, and it's a matter of life and death. Sharon's fate hangs in the balance. Jordan's villainy isn't in question, but her knowledge is. She is the only person who knows just how much Ian wants Sharon dead and how far he'll go. In fact, he's vowed to not give up until the poor woman is 6 feet under. He's on a mission to murder, and Jordan could very well be the key to stopping the madness. Sure, we could argue that someone else might eventually figure it out, but why risk it? The clock is ticking, and Sharon's life could be hanging by a thread. She's managed to save herself, but if we know anything about Ian and Jordan, it's to not count them out. Sharon may be out of her chains and in Mariah's arms, but she's definitely not out of the woods. Keeping Jordan alive, at least for now, is the smartest play for everyone involved. After all, Ian is relentless, to say the least. A stay of execution. Aside from the practical reasons, there's another compelling argument to spare Jordan: the drama. Genoa City thrives on twists, and killing Jordan would cut off a juicy storyline far too soon. Imagine the possibilities if the Newmans were to extract even more information from Jordan about a whole host of crimes. The more dirt she can get on the evil aunt, the better. They could take the moral high ground while still gaining the upper hand. Don't get us wrong, Jordan shouldn't get off scot-free. Her sins demand justice, and viewers deserve to see her pay for her misdeeds. But timing is everything. By keeping Jordan alive, the family can ensure Sharon's safety, uncover more secrets, and, let's face it, keep us all glued to our screens. Once Sharon is truly safe and the dust settles, they can serve up her brand of poetic justice, but not a moment before. Every move is a calculated chess game. For the Newmans, sparing Jordan isn't just the right move, it's the only move. Let's hope they makes the right call, or the consequences could ripple far beyond what anyone imagines. It's the end of an era in Genoa City. Fans of The Young and the Restless are reeling from the shocking news that Peter Bergman is stepping down from his iconic role as Jack Abbott. After decades of power struggles, corporate wars, and emotional heartbreaks, the Abbott family patriarch is saying goodbye, and the void he leaves behind is massive. But the biggest shock? A new actor has already been chosen to take over the role. Why is Peter Bergman leaving? For more than 30 years, Peter Bergman has brought Jack Abbott to life, making him one of the most beloved characters in my and our history. His performances have been legendary, capturing Jack's ruthless ambition, heartbreaking love stories, and unforgettable rivalries. So why is he leaving now? Sources close to the show reveal that Bergman has been considering stepping away for some time, wanting to explore new opportunities and spend more time with family. In a heartfelt statement, he expressed his gratitude to the fans and the Y&R family, saying, "Playing Jack Abbott has been the honor of a lifetime. The love and support from fans have meant everything to me. While this goodbye is bittersweet, I know Jack's story is far from over. Who will play Jack Abbott next?" The million-dollar question: who is stepping into Jack Abbott's shoes? While rumors swirled about a possible recast, the producers have now officially confirmed that a new actor has been chosen, and the pick has sent shockwaves through the soap world. While details are still under wraps, insiders say the new Jack Abbott will be a familiar face to soap opera fans, and his arrival will come with major storyline twists that will shake Genoa City to its core. How will Jack Abbott excite? The biggest mystery right now is how Jack's departure will play out on screen. Will he leave town quietly, or will his exit come with explosive drama? With V&R known for jaw-dropping twists, there's speculation that Jack's final days could involve a shocking betrayal, a medical crisis, or even an unexpected romance. Fans are bracing for an emotional farewell, but could Jack's exit set the stage for an epic comeback in the future? Fans react, he aired bar eak and chesho ck. The Y&R fandom is in full meltdown mode, with thousands taking to social media to express their emotions. No way. Peter Bergman is Jack Abbott. I can't imagine anyone else in the role. This is the end of an era. Genoa City will never be the same again. I need to know who is replacing him. They better get this right. While fans are devastated, many are also excited to see what's next for the character and how Y&R will handle this monumental transition. Don't miss a moment. With Peter Bergman's final episodes approaching and a new Jack Abbott stepping in, The Young and the Restless is about to enter a game-changing new chapter. Will the new Jack bring fresh energy to the role, or will fans struggle to accept the change? All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Well, that's the end of one reign of terror in Genoa City. And we have got to give The Young and the Restless kudos for offing dear, psychotic Aunt Jordan in spectacularly gruesome fashion. On the Friday, January 24th episode, the Newman family gathered around to see Jordan off, and we don't men on vacation. Claire, of course, filled a teacup with sleeping pills, which Jordan happily drank, saying she'd rather be dead than back in prison. To Victoria's credit, she did try to call an ambulance, but Jordan wouldn't let her. After some back and forth, Victor, Nikki, Victoria, and Claire all gathered around to watch Jordan slowly die before their eyes. And before she went, she got one last knife twist in, calling Claire a murderer, just like her. Jordan's niece, though, did show an ounce of compassion at the end, holding her troubled aunt's hand as she passed away. But the empathy ended there. They covered Jordan's body with a blanket while Victor called his team in to handle the matter. He then made it clear that Nikki, Victoria, and Claire will all tell the police the truth, his version of the truth. Jordan escaped prison, made her way to the ranch to threaten them, and knowing she'd have to go back to prison, drank poison. And that, Victor declared, was that. Jordan took her final bow, and Colleen Zink's surprising run on Young and Restless appears to have come to an end after over a year of causing mayhem in Genoa City. Aunt Jordan first popped up in November of 2023, when we learned that she was guiding the mysterious Claire on a mission of revenge against the Newmans. All of this was, ostensibly, retaliation for the death of her sister Eve. After her first attempt to make the Newmans pay ended with Jordan in prison, and Claire shaking off a lifetime of brainwashing, Eve's twisted sister surprised us all when she reappeared to team up with Ian. They've been making life hell for Victor and his clan ever since offing Heather and framing Sharon for the killing. Now, though, she's gone, and we have to wonder if Ian won't be far behind. Our sister site Deadline spoke to head writer and executive producer Josh Griffith, who confirmed her exit, saying, "We appreciate all of the incredible work that the amazing Colleen Zink brought to the Young and the Restless in the role of Aunt Jordan. So have a toast to Zink and one of Genoa City's most memorable villains. Just make sure that drink isn't laced with anything, please."